What's going on, Renaissance Lifers? Welcome back to Renaissance Life TV, where we take life to a whole new level. If you're new to this channel, Renaissance Life TV is a channel geared toward helping you become the best version of yourself. Each week I put out videos on how-to, personal growth and success, and a different perspective on navigating life and relationships. If this sounds like something you're interested in, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit the notification button so you can know when I put out new videos on a weekly basis. And just to let you know, liking and subscribing to this channel really does help to let YouTube know that this is content that people want to see, and it helps the channel to grow. So I appreciate your support. Today I'm going to talk about 7 tips to help you stay motivated. Here on Renaissance Life TV, my goal is to help you to be happy, successful, and get the most out of the life that you have. Staying motivated fits really well into the Renaissance Life mindset. Without motivation, it's really hard to accomplish what you want to accomplish or to go beyond where you are today. So I thought that this was a great topic to cover, especially while so many people are at home, and to give you some practical tips on getting motivated or staying motivated if you're already there. Okay, so the first tip to staying motivated is to figure out your why. Having discipline and having strong willpower will only get you so far, but everyone needs a why. So many famous people, actors, celebrities, find themselves struggling to find motivation to keep going after they reach a certain point. And a lot of that is because they either forgot their why or didn't have a why to begin with. So take some time to figure out what is your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you starting a business? Why are you trying to become wealthy? Why are you trying to become successful? When you figure out your why, that'll be something that will fuel you beyond discipline, beyond willpower. So maybe your why is your family, providing for your family. Maybe your why is financial freedom, is philanthropy, and the impact and the legacy that you want to leave on this earth far beyond when you've gone. Figuring out your why will go a long way in helping you stay motivated. Along with figuring out your why, you may want to try to remember why you got started. Sometimes it's not that we don't have a why, but we simply forget our why along the way. With all the craziness, with all the climbing, struggling, hustling, it's so easy to forget why you got started in the first place. And that can really cause you to lose your way and cause you to lose motivation. So if you're struggling to find motivation that you once had, go back and think about why you got started in the first place. This is very similar to figuring out your why, but it's slightly different. Tip number 2 for staying motivated is to focus on one thing. Anywhere you look, the majority of the people who have been really successful and the companies that have been really successful have focused on one thing. If you look at Starbucks, they focused on coffee. You don't go there for their food, right? Each company that you go to or each person that you see being very successful is a master of one thing. When you focus on one thing, it really helps you stay motivated because you're not as scattered and you can really synthesize, hone in on your craft, hone in on your skill, your industry, whatever it is that you're good at. You can really amplify the effect there. And when you know what you're focused on, your motivation tends to be a lot stronger as well. Tip number 3 for staying motivated is to start having fun. Maybe you haven't thought about having fun in your job or in your industry, but figure out what it will take to start having fun at work, in your profession, in your business, with your family, whatever it is that you're pursuing. Figure out how to make it fun. And if there's no way to make it fun, consider whether or not that's somewhere you want to be to begin with. Making money should be fun. Helping people should be fun. Pursuing your dreams should be fun. So if it's not fun, maybe take some time and think about why isn't this fun for you? Or where has the fun gone if it was fun at some point in the past? When you're having fun, it's easy to stay motivated, right? It's like a no-brainer. You don't even feel like you're working. You want to come into work. You want to perform. You want to give extra. You want to wake up in the morning. The motivation feels effortless. So by all means, start having fun. Tip number 4 for how to stay motivated is to remember to take breaks. Sometimes we struggle with motivation because we just wear ourselves too thin. Build in breaks between your tasks. Build in breaks between your days so it doesn't feel like you simply go without stopping. That may mean having one dedicated day a week where you don't work. I know a lot of successful people who do this. They work 6 days a week, but on that one day, they completely do not look at emails. They just spend time with family, or they're at the beach every single Sunday, or they find something that they do that really helps them to decompress. When you take a break, it's so much easier to come back to work refreshed, working your best, putting everything out there on the line, and staying motivated for 6 days in a row without distraction, because you know you have breaks and the breaks refuel you in between. Another way to take breaks is to take vacations. Plan vacations throughout your year. They don't have to be huge things or lavish vacations. Maybe you want to take one big trip a year, but in between you can do weekend vacation, weekend trips, turnaround trips that help you to decompress, take your mind off work, take your mind off your business, take your mind off what you're pursuing on a daily basis to help you recharge. Tip number 5 for staying motivated is to reward yourself. This is traditionally something I struggle with, but I've really started to try to incorporate into my routine, into my business, and into my schedule. If you're pursuing a degree, maybe you say to yourself that when I graduate, I'm going to take a trip to X place, or I'm going to take a cruise. Or if you're running a business, maybe you say, when I reach this mark, I'm going to get myself this thing. It doesn't have to be something crazy where you're going to squander everything you've worked for, but think of something that's meaningful to you that will bring you joy or enjoyment, and plan for that thing. When you know you have a reward, that helps to keep you motivated. It's something psychological that tricks the brain into working harder, working longer, and staying motivated for longer periods of time because you know there's a reward at the end. Maybe the reward is at the end of the night, if you work till 6 p.m., you're gonna watch a movie, or you're gonna have ice cream, or you're gonna treat yourself to a nice dinner. Whatever the case might be, find little ways to reward yourself on a daily, weekly, monthly, 6-month basis, yearly basis, so that way you have things that you are looking forward to. When you have nothing to look forward to, it's really hard to stay motivated. So give yourself rewards. You deserve it. Tip number 6 for staying motivated is to surround yourself with other motivated people. Now this probably sounds like a no-brainer, but it's such a big one. It could really make the difference between you staying motivated or you falling off track. When you surround yourself with other motivated people, it has a positive peer pressure effect. It reminds you to stay motivated. It keeps you enthusiastic. It keeps you encouraged when you see other people being successful, when you see other people grinding and pursuing things. It keeps that on your mind. It keeps it front of mind. They say that the people you tend to surround yourself with tend to influence you the most. So if you're trying to be more motivated, it's a good idea to surround yourself with people who are already that way to begin with. That way you constantly have something to aspire to, and you'll be able to encourage them as well. When you maybe don't feel motivated, they will motivate you. And when they don't feel motivated, you will help motivate them. It's a sort of iron sharpening iron sort of metaphor. So I hope that makes sense. And aside to tip number 6 and surrounding yourself with other motivated people is to remove the haters. While you're surrounding yourself with motivated people, remove people around you who bring you down or suck out your energy. I like to call these people haters, right? So they really don't contribute to you staying motivated. In fact, they want to take you off track. They're constantly asking you, why are you pursuing that? Why are you trying so hard? What does it matter? Those sorts of people are the opposite of the people who are going to help you get to where you want to be. So while you're surrounding yourself with motivated people, remove people who are the opposite or haters in your life. There are a lot of people who say that haters are good, and they like being around haters because that keeps them motivated. But I think the reality is that those are not the people that you want to spend your time with, because they will suck out your energy. They will act as parasites. You know that they're out there, and that can motivate you, just knowing that you have haters out there. But those are not the people you want to spend your time with. Okay, tip number 7 for staying motivated is to put yourself out there. Now this might be a little bit different than some of the things you've heard before, but I really like this one. I'm a strong advocate of putting yourself out there even before you're ready. Putting yourself out there has a unique way of motivating you. It really does motivate me, because when I put myself out there, there's something that I've stated. There's something that I've let people know that I'm working on or that I'm trying to do. And that is a source of motivation because it's already out there, right? So now I have to work hard to make it happen. I have to work hard to see it through. And I don't want it to fail because people know about it. I've already set this thing out in the universe. The other thing is, once you put things out into the universe and you state something, it has a psychological effect of motivating you. So putting yourself out there motivates you in that way as well. I like the analogy of putting fire under your butt. When you say you're going to get something done, when you put yourself out there, it's like lighting a fire under you. And maybe that's a scary thought. Maybe that's something you feel like you don't want to do because you fear having to make good on those promises or having to follow through with that thing. But I challenge you to try motivating yourself in that way. Start small, put yourself out there in small ways and deliver on those promises. Deliver on what you say you're going to do. And you'll be able to do that on bigger and bigger and bigger things and stay motivated for longer periods of time without any lulls in between. Alright, so those are my 7 tips for staying motivated. If you found any of this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment in the comment section as to how you stay motivated. Is there a tip or trick that you use to stay motivated on a daily basis? Or have any of these tips worked for you? Alright, that's it for me. I look forward to seeing you next time on Renaissance Life TV.